Welcome to Happy Gaijin, everyone. Welcome to Happy Gaijin. I hope you're all having a fantastic Wednesday and everything's going fine. I am at the airport, as you can see. Well, obviously, I'm not at the airport, but I made some effort to try to make the stream a little bit as much fun as it could possibly be. So, green screen is out. Yay! I've got my my comfy neck pillow. My bandana means serious, and hopefully you can all hear me. And for those of you who are here for the second time, much appreciated. Arigato gozaimasu. For those of you who might have noticed, I actually streamed earlier by accident. I streamed an hour earlier than normal. That's how excited I was. But I am now quite confident that I'm streaming at the right time. Actually, 15 minutes more, sooner than usual. So, yeah, in today's live stream, it's the usual thing. You can ask questions. It's Happy Gaijin. It's a little bit more chill and a little bit more laid back. However, I wanted to have a little bit of a topic of discussion, so I prepared a few things, and I received a message from a patron. By the way, if you are a patron, if you're a top tier patron, you will get access to message me directly via line. And I got a message from a patron. Jennifer said, "Hey, can you please take some time in your next stream explaining how to track flights and how to try to get the cheapest flights?" And I thought, actually that's a pretty good topic to sort of have a focus. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And I'm really excited because I even have my iPhone at the ready, and it means that you'll get a little screen. You'll be able to see what I'm seeing on my screen, which is pretty cool. So let's quickly say hello to everyone. Lord McGray, party. How are you doing, Lord McGray? Thank you for being here. Awesome. Only One Nights. Hey dude, how are you doing? Hello again, JJI. Thanks for being here. Bojo Pigeon, howdy. And Felipe, I'm not even gonna what? Hisashi Buri des. Long time no see indeed. The Scratching Kiwi, how are you doing? Thanks for being here. Alexi, hello from Calgary, Canada. Awesome. We have quite a few Canadians here also. Konbanwa, Saika, and Twitter Cliff Dog, how you doing? Tawada, just for you. I don't know what's more silly, this or this. What is more silly, this or this? Hello from Sweden, Tony, welcome, thanks for being here. Don't forget to like, guys. I think this stream deserves a like after all the effort and the fact that I even was so excited to stream that I came on an hour early by accident. I can see 5 likes at the moment. Hopefully we can get it up to 20 likes, I don't know, or 15 likes at least. So the neck pillow is absolutely priceless and silly. I mean, it wouldn't be useful. It wouldn't be YouTube if you didn't, do something silly like this. Oh, let me see if I can move the chat so that we can at least see what people are typing. So yeah, okay guys, let's get to it. As always, if you do have a question, then at Happy Gaijin, and or question, we can talk about anything really here. But the focus for this live stream is going to be how to book flights or how to track flights, how to search for flights, that sort of thing. And the first thing that I wanted to cover is that a lot of people ask me, when's the best time to book a flight? When is the best time to book a flight? And unfortunately, all I can tell you is that a lot of airlines, their flights go on sale usually about 365 days, 364 days before, like a year before the flights are available. Now that doesn't mean that you're going to get cheaper flights, because there are some airlines that have fluctuate their prices depending on availability, and sometimes you might get flights cheaper being last minute. Sometimes you might get flights cheaper booking way in advance. But this is where tracking and this is where, you know, being clever and keeping track of pricing will really help you out, which is what I'm going to be explaining today. So yeah, double tap Nathan's face to like the stream. Thank you. Have you seen the neck pillows that you stuff with clothes to get around weight limits? I have. That would be I don't have one though, but that would be pretty good. I heard that neck pillows are supposed to be worn opposite to how you have it on now, so the gap is on the back of your neck. Thoughts? You know what? It depends on I wear it all sorts of different ways. So I wear it a lot of the time with the windows here. I will wear it like this, you know, so I can sleep like that, because I find it doesn't really give the same support as like this. So I just sometimes I take it off and I literally use it as a pillow. But yeah. For Jal, there's a special smartphone app. So what I wanted to go through is some of the ways, and I've had to be very careful because I didn't want to. I've had to log in with another account. I didn't want to use my account and, you know, share it to the world. But the very first thing that I wanted to demonstrate is some things that you can do to find flights. First of all, we're gonna go into Expedia. Expedia is one of the websites that I use. There are many websites that are comparable, very similar to Expedia, and it doesn't mean that you need to use Expedia specifically. But Expedia on the phone and Expedia on the web both have the same you know, feature where you can search for a flight and you can track a flight and you can get notifications. The only difference is that I suggest that you do it with your phone if possible, because you will get a push notification on your phone, which you're more likely to see if the flight goes up, the price goes up, or the price goes down. Whilst on the web, you will be receiving an email, which you might, depending on, you know, what type of person you are, but I will probably not see that email if it's an email, if that makes any sense. So what I usually do is go to flights, search for the flight that I'm looking for, a return flight, and I'm going to do just randomly here from Gibraltar, where I live, flying to Tokyo, and I'm going to choose some dates, obviously, and I'm just going to invent some dates. Let's put, for example, February the 5th to the 15th, something like that. Just you know, an imaginary sort of date range, if that makes any sense. So just to remind you what I'm doing, I am now in Expedia on the web. I have gone to flights and I have put in where I am, you know, where I'm going to be flying from. You can do this along. You can do this at the same time if you want. If you've got Expedia, you can do it on the web. The only thing is that on the web you will be getting email notifications instead of a push notification. And I put Tokyo all airports, unless you are very specific and you want to specifically fly to Narita or Haneda. I don't think it's worth it. I think it's just worth getting whatever you can. And the dates, like I said, I'm just going to put February. By the way, these are dates that I cannot go to during these specific dates. Unfortunately, I cannot fly. But so then you go done, and obviously what will happen is you can choose if you want it economy, 2 travelers. I'm going to put it economy, although sometimes it's worth looking at premium economy and comparing. So search. So what will happen here is you will get all the normal prices, yeah? So these are pretty good prices, to be honest. But I also like to sort and filter, and I usually only go for one stop if I can, because I have to fly from Gibraltar. usually to London, and then you fly ahead. And I'd rather not have 2 stops. Done. Okay, and now that I sort of have this criteria put in, where it says up there, it says watch prices, get push notifications if prices go up or down. So if I toggle that on, what will happen is that from now on, every single time the flight goes up in price or the flight goes down in price, I will get a notification on my phone. Ding! Expedia says that the flight that you're tracking has gone up or the flight that you're tracking has gone down. And the really cool thing is that you can do this for multiple flights. So for example, I can also track premium economy if I wanted to. Exactly the same dates, everything exactly the same, but this time premium economy, and for those dates, and I can do exactly the same as before. I am going to add myself a filter of 1 stop, and I'm going to track this flight. So now I'm tracking 2 flights, and if I wanted to, I could even do business class and do exactly the same with business class and track 3 of them at the same time. Not that I'm ever going to fly business class, track them. So now I'm tracking 3 flights at the same time, and you can see where these flights are. It says flights that you're tracking: Gibraltar to Tokyo, return economy; Gibraltar to Tokyo, premium economy; and Gibraltar to Tokyo business. Obviously at the moment there's not enough data for it to sort of show a track. Maybe I can go into my normal account and show you what it looks like, but what will happen is that you will end up getting a chart of flights going up in price and flights going down in price. And what's very important, I think, here is, and I've been saying this for a while, is that you set yourself your top level that you are willing to pay. So if you're willing to pay X amount and that is your limit, my opinion is that you should just purchase a flight when it hits that sort of price range, because you just never know. Obviously if it goes below that, then you're a winner, but that's how I do it with Expedia. Let me just get back to the chat, everyone. Can I have Wi-Fi or internet on a flight as a flight is too long? Yes, some flights do have Wi-Fi that you need to pay for separately. I've never seen an ANA fare go down as time goes by. Early to book for the best price makes a Ninja happy and wise. Philippe, actually you've hit upon something very interesting, and that is that sometimes when you can book via partner airlines, which I haven't prepared for today, but you've just reminded me. So for example, if you want to fly ANA, you could actually search for the same flight, but with, I think Turkish Airlines is a sister partner or whatever partner. So you or what's the other one? Isn't it Swiss Air maybe? So you can actually search through multiple different airlines for the exact same flights and compare the prices of all of them. And you might find that they do change, and you might actually find a cheaper flight, but it's still an ANA flight, you know, just with a code share. So searching for code share flights can actually make things cheaper, but it's a little bit of effort. Let me just make the chat so that we can actually see it. It's quite small, but ooh. And also, let's see, I still like Skyscanner. I know you need to watch out for bad booking companies, but so far I've had a good time. With Skyscanner, I'm going to be totally honest with you, Cliff. I think that with Skyscanner, there's too many hidden costs, and I don't use it anymore. Maybe I use it to get an idea of the routes. Like for example, if I want to fly from A to B, I might actually go into Skyscanner to figure out, you know, what all the possible routes are to get there. Because I think that Skyscanner does a very good job of doing that, of giving you all the routes. but I honestly feel that Skyscanner just has too many hidden costs. It might say that a flight is $900, and then by the time you get through the booking and you're nearly there, it's not that, because it doesn't include the luggage, it doesn't include this, it doesn't include that. And I've now more recently either kept to Expedia.co.uk or .com, or I've been going and booking directly with the airlines. That's basically my way of doing it right now. But like I said, there's many comparable websites, and I know that people use Flight Scanner, so Skyscanner I mean. The danger of tracking is if there is a temporary upward trend. Yeah, that's why I've said that it's important that you have a limit. I don't think there's a problem with tracking. I just think that you need to know what your realistic expectations for a flight is. You know, I know that for me, usually between 900 and 1,100, if I can find, or 900, depending on the season also, you have to be realistic also. If you're flying to Japan or anywhere in the world, you need to know when it's the more popular times to go. And I know that, for example, February, which is the one that I search for right now, is not really the most popular time to go to Japan, so the flights are going to be lower. But if I was to search exactly the same flight during Sakura season, it's going to be a completely different story. So you need to have realistic expectations. So for me, between 900 and 1,100, from my experience, sort of is the norm. So if I ever am searching for a flight and I see it hitting around that amount of, that price range, I might play around, I might wait, because maybe it's at 980, and I might wait. If it goes close to 1,100, then I just go for it. If it goes down, then it's a win for me. We need Mark G on the stream. Yes, please, if he's a flight guru. Going back to Japan, so annoying, but now JAL has reduced fare carrier called Zip Air, and it's actually good. If you can, from certain parts of the world, yeah. The reason I booked my flights too early. But like I said, this is like a little bit like the stock market. You just need to know when to sell. You just need to know when is the right time for you. Everybody's going to have a different selling point. I know what mine is. And like I was mentioning, I would... hey, a little bit of Japan, how are you doing? How are you doing? So yeah, basically, like I mentioned, I know that there's certain times of the year when maybe instead of... My normal is £900 to £1,100. That's my sweet spot. But if it was Sakura season, then I would add 150 happily over the top, because I know that that's probably what's going to happen around that time of the year. Neck pillow is really on point. Thank you so much. I'm trying. These are good prices. But I can't fly that time of the year, so all the best on your Uji tour. By the way, if anybody's interested in a tour, and this guy, a little bit of Japan, to some excellent tours. Air New Zealand has Wi-Fi included. Actually included, that's pretty darn good. I've never flown with Air New Zealand. I want to fly with Air New Zealand. I've heard good things about them, so. Go Wander Down Under, how are you doing? No worry, I was really earlier. Hey Chuck. Okay, let's see. Japan says he's never using Skyscanner again. I went through the whole, well, obviously it wasn't as bad for me, but I went through the whole dilemma of Skyscanner with Japan, where he was conned basically by a bad actor, So, like I said, I mean, that was like the nail on the coffin for me. When somebody who I know has a really bad experience somewhere, why would I use it, basically? So, but I do check routes, and I do check how to get from A to B. Sometimes you'll find interesting routes that you wouldn't have thought of. Do I ever use Google Flights? Yes, and that was going to be my second sort of tip. So, but before I do that, let me just see if I can get into my normal account to show you. So I'm just logging into my normal account of Expedia. Hopefully, oh, it's asking for a you know, one of these codes. Okay, so I'm going to show you what one of the flights that I've been tracking might look like, to give you an idea. Hopefully. If it doesn't crash. 1 second, guys. Let's see. Can I see anything here? All right, this is a good example now. So this is the flight that I've been tracking, and you can see where it is at now, and you can see what the trend is, basically, forget about the trend. I think what you need to look at is where the high points are and where the low points are in the flight. And obviously you can see that what is the median, I think, is what I will be looking at here. What is the average price of this flight? Is it worth getting? Are you paying too much? I mean, paying too little, that doesn't exist. That's a bargain. But are you paying too much? What I would say is look at the charts, and you can actually get an idea of what the average of that flight. And I would probably, looking at that, say that the average is just about 1,100 and something, which is probably where I set my limits. But the lowest it went was probably around 900. I'm guessing. That's probably the lowest it went, and it was going on a downward trend. So this is for October. Obviously, October's around the corner now, so I wouldn't expect things to necessarily get any better, which is another point that I was going to make, and that is, when should you book? If you book too early, then it might be difficult. If you book too late, it might be difficult to get a good price. And if you can see here, 58 days ago, around that time, between, I would say, 65 days or 50 days ago or so, that was, what was it, about 3 months before, I guess, more or less 3 months before the trip. You can see that the prices are pretty good. So you can start getting an idea. If you do this more often, you start tracking, you start seeing patterns. You do start seeing, when should you book for certain airlines, for example. Okay? So that is one of the things that I was going to talk about, and obviously, as very, very rightly so, we have Chuck with the question: do you ever use Google Flights to research trips? And I was gonna go onto Google Chrome, and what you do is you go to flights.google.com. Very easy, flights.google.com, and you can search for flights, and you can do exactly the same. First of all, it knows that I'm in Gibraltar, and it's telling me some great cheap flights that I can fly from Gibraltar if I wanted to. Now, if I change that to another airport that's very near me, which is Malaga, which is about an hour drive away, a little bit over an hour, then it's going to give me loads of options non-stop. London, £33, Paris, £45, Barcelona, £38, Madrid, £42. Obviously, lots of bargains here. If you're flexible and you want to go somewhere, it doesn't have to be Japan, then you can get some really good deals. But I'm going to go, let's do Malaga to Tokyo, Japan. And let's see. We need to put the dates. We're not gonna go right away. Although, let's have a look. Let's say that I wanted to leave on Wednesday the 2nd. Sorry, where are we now? Today is the 11th. Let's say I want to leave on the 15th of September to the 24th. Let's have a look what comes up there. So, very last minute, £494 round trip. Flipping heck, I wish I could go right now, but obviously I'm working, but I can't. Very, very cheap flights there, and it says it's overnight layover, and it actually says prices are currently low, 228 cheaper than usual for your search. And if we go back, we can look at the price graph for prices, but we can also track, which is what I was gonna do before. Where can I track? I've done it before here. Oh, track prices. There you go. So you can do exactly the same as Expedia, more broad. So you can have both running at the same time. Which actually, let's do that. Let's have from Gibraltar to Tokyo, and I think it was February the 5th, I think I said. No, February the 10th. I can't remember now. February the 5th, I think I said, to February the 15th. That was what I put in Expedia earlier on, just to compare. I just want to compare the difference between them both. Prices are currently low, but we want one stop or fewer. Okay, one stop or fewer. Prices are currently low, 763 cheaper than usual for your search. And again, you can turn on the price alerts. You'll receive price alert emails, it says. So that's another way of doing it. Very, very easy, very, very similar. You just need to be on top of the emails, and you can have both running at the same time. You can have the Expedia price tracking, which will on your phone, which will give you a notification. In fact, this trip that I'm going on in 6 weeks' time, about 6 weeks' time now, the trip that I'm going on in 6 weeks' time is as a result of a price alert. I wasn't sure if I was going to go on the trip in October, the end of October, because the prices were all over the place. And when I was searching for that flight, I put price alert, and all of a sudden I received, in the middle of the night, I received a notification. Boom! Your flight has gone down £300. Like, it went down quite substantially. And I was like, that's it, you know, it's way below what my top bar is. So that's what happened. Let's read some of your questions and some of your, obviously, put the chat above your head so it avoids a YouTube feed on phone. Okay, yeah, I will. Thank you. There we go. It's just that if I put it there, it gets in the middle of the examples. Okay. Booking last minute. If you can book last minute, then you basically you have a lot more flexibility. If you can book last minute, you will have more flexibility, really. I use comparison sites to get an idea of the best prices, but the go-to airlines official sites to book. That's fine. A lot of people like to go to the go-to airlines. I go for the best price regardless. To be honest, I've been flying with Expedia and British Airways like for years now. Never had any issues with Expedia. The only issue I ever had was because of COVID. That cancelled all trips around the world. I got my money back. I had no problems whatsoever. And I've searched for exactly the same flights that I found in Expedia on British Airways, and it has not. It's been more expensive many times when I've searched on British Airways. Now, You still get the same Avios points. You still get the same air miles. Nothing changes. You can put your reward like membership information into Expedia. But like I said, I just go for whatever's cheaper. I have flown with British Air. I have booked directly with British Airways before, just because I've had air miles to use, or just because I've had because it's been a sale and there's been a good deal on, you know, or because in Expedia and British Airways it's been the same price, and then I will book with British Airways. Going back in August and the flight's not even up yet. No, they won't be up. In fact, I can show you here that if we go back to Expedia, you will see how the flights will not be available. So if I go to search for flights, and I'm in Expedia from, let's see, Malaga to Tokyo, select dates. If I want to search, let's say I want to go in July, but the last available one is the 7th of August. You cannot go any further than the 7th of August. So from the 6th of July to, I'm in the way, so let me just move myself. Hold on. I'm just going to move myself. So there you go. From the 6th of July to the 7th of August, I cannot book any further from the 7th of August. Usually it's about a year's more or less. So that gives you an idea of how far in advance you can actually book. Alright, Coca-Cola Zero time, guys. Kampai. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, everyone. It doesn't apply to Europe, but if you're from Australia, New Zealand, or Czech Nagoya, I have seen it as low as a half of Tokyo. That's a very good good piece of information, because I've actually done the same from London, or from here. I've actually searched for flights. For example, I went to Sapporo. The flight from where I live, with all the layovers to Sapporo, that's landing in Tokyo and then flying to Sapporo, was cheaper than flying directly to Tokyo. So you can change your end destination so that there's some kind of a domestic layover, and you might find some good deals. The only thing is that I don't recommend that you get off there because some airlines are a little bit iffy with that. They don't like you doing that. Fares are usually better on routes with lots of competition. Brussels to Tokyo is only operated by ANA, so good deals are pretty rare. I see. Okay, I see. I put directly after the Skyscanner. Yes, I can see that. Also, do you have any tips and tricks to get a business class upgrade on ANA? We got one coming home in 2022. I want it to happen again. I don't, other than using air miles, or going to the counter and asking, if there's any upgrade and how much it might cost. Or if you have the flexibility, then you could actually say, have you oversold this flight? I'm willing to give up my seat, and you might actually get the following day a flight on a business, or get money back, whatever. You can book directly with Skyscanner now, which can avoid the fees. Yeah. Still, I've tried everything. I get upgrades on ANA using ANA Mileage Club. That's it. Using miles. Did you fly on ANA on your birthday? Seriously, that's pretty cool. Hey, Tommy Tran, how you doing? Yeah, birthday upgrade sounds awesome. I always use Google Flights, but check out some of the other methods you mentioned. Yeah, please do. And I'm going to mention some other ways that we can also maximize how we can improve our flights, in a minute. So keep on watching, keep on liking if you haven't liked, because there's a little bit more that I have to say on the topic. Hey, nice. You don't use incognito to hide your location for better prices. I've never had anything substantially worth my while. The only time I've ever found anything like going on incognito has been with hotel prices, but even then it wasn't like a big deal. When it comes to flights, I personally, and I've tried it many times, never had anything that's worth, maybe $5, $8 difference. I've never found anything substantial. Let me know if you've ever had like success going incognito. They upgraded you for premium from premium economy to business class to Nagoya for free. Nice, cool. You're very lucky. I'm visualizing Nathan waking up at 3 a.m. after getting a notification, immediately buying the flight right there. Actually, there's more to the story, but maybe I'll tell you another time. But something like that. Looks better, no problem. I have some friends who refuse to fly with anyone but Delta. What? And because Delta charges a lot more from our local airport, they miss out on a lot of Japan trips. Well, that's their problem, silly friends. What about flight from Tokyo to another country? How can you get the best price on that? It will be exactly the same. Exactly the same system. So I've flown from Tokyo to many countries. I've flown from Tokyo to Vietnam. I've flown from Tokyo to Korea. I've flown from Tokyo to Thailand, and I've even booked flights from Tokyo to Singapore, and that was cancelled because of COVID. But I've used pretty much the same sort of system when it comes to booking anywhere, really. Nice. August, hot and sweaty time. Kampai indeed. I've never been given an update on the day of the flights. I'm so unlucky. The upgrade, not upgrade, yeah. I've been upgraded to premium economy twice, but never been upgraded any further than that, unfortunately. And I've been very close to being upgraded to business once. A friend of mine who works for the airline company told me that it all works with tiers, like how far up you are, if you're bronze, if you're silver, and I was like 3rd or 4th and 9th for an upgrade. I've never got the upgrade, and it's been offered on all of my flights. What? This isn't Japan specific, but I like WebJet packages. Has been good. Okay, I'll have to look into that. Maybe if you had a VPN, but the site still know what IP address looked at the site. Maybe. Upgrade. Yeah, I understood what you were saying. I understood. So the next thing that I want to talk to you about is specific to One World, what's it called? The British Airways Avios, right? A lot of the airlines are now moving to Avios. So JAL, I think, has just moved to Avios also. Iberia is on Avios. British Airways obviously is on Avios. And it's One World Alliance, no. What is it called? I've forgotten what it's called. I've forgotten. One World, no. Star Alliance, One World Alliance, right? I think it's called, basically. So, because it's One World Alliance, it means that you can book partner airlines, all the partner airlines using your Avios. So I'm going to explain a few things. First of all, there's a few things that you can do to get cheaper flights in a way, or to hack the system. And that is, if you sign up for a credit card that gives you pound for pound, or £1 might give you 2 Avios or whatever, then you can actually start accumulating Avios points. So I actually have an American Express, and anything that I purchase that's like a flight, I always purchase using my American Express, because that specific American Express that I have gives me Avios. And sometimes for every pound I get 1 Avios, and sometimes they have deals depending on what you purchase and where you purchase it from. 1 Avios, £1 might give you more than 1 Avios. And I wanted to show you that. I wanted to mention that. Let's see. Right. So I am on the Avios app. It looks like this. Avios app. And yes, I only have a balance of 4,000 because I've literally just spent a lot of Avios on some flights that I'm going on. So I'm actually going to be I'm going to be flying later on at some point in the next few months. I'm actually going to be flying and I'm not paying anything. I paid very little for it because I've used my Avios. So I wanted to show you some of the deals that they have. For example, over here, let me move myself out of the way. So over here, with Booking.com, I can get 6 Avios for every £1 that I spend. It's a little bit like an affiliate link. As long as I click on Booking.com via this website, which is linked to my British Airways Avios, then I can receive 6 Avios for every £1 that I spend, which means that it all accumulates. Like for example, imagine all of the hotel that I've spent thousands of pounds on hotels over the summer. So I probably got 7,000. I don't know. I've probably got loads and loads and loads of Avios using this deal, which I used, and it wasn't 6 at the time. It was 4 Avios for every £1. But that is a special sort of deal that's going on. Also, here is iTunes UK, but if you use iTunes UK and you click through here, then for every £1 you get 7 Avios. So those are just some examples of how you can actually accumulate Avios. Also, with my British Airways card, as long as I spend a certain amount of money in a year using the card, then I can get a companion voucher, which basically means that I can either fly with 50% discount for myself using Avios points, or I can fly using Avios, but my partner or whoever I'm flying with will fly for free, which is probably the best way to do it. But I fly by myself, so I got a 50% discount. So yeah, like loads of little tips. So literally, I book with American Express, I get Avios. So if my flight is £1,000, I get 1,000 Avios, maybe even more, depending on the offer. Then I book my accommodation using Booking.com, sometimes using the Avios app, so I'll get some more Avios from that. I spend using my American Express, I get Avios. Before you know it, 2 years down the line, you might have enough Avios for an upgrade or for a good deal. I like flying Hawaiian Airlines. I get a day layover in Hawaii on my way to Japan. That sounds fantastic. I want to do that. I have great job, mods. I've just been reading the things. I have that way with Air New Zealand one smart travel card. The nice thing about Air New Zealand points is 1 point equals $1 New Zealand dollar. Nice. Yes, that's really good. Yeah, I mean, I pay my credit card off pretty quickly. How many Avios to fly from Gibraltar roughly? Well, actually, I can tell you more or less. You can fly. It depends on the flight, obviously, but I think you could probably fly for 70,000 or 80,000 return. But it all depends. I used my Avios this time for a future flight that I'm going to be flying to Japan from Malaga Airport. Because I had the companion voucher that I had to use. It was going to expire if I didn't use it, and it gave me an opportunity to basically book my flight with 50% Avios. And I can tell you how much I paid in Avios with the 50% discount. If you give me a second, I'll tell you. I just don't want people to see my account details. So I paid 43,000 points, Avios points, for pretty much for a return trip. I had to pay £200. That's all. So 43,000 with the companion voucher. Yeah, pretty cool. Guys, only 17 likes. Guys, you're not liking what I'm doing? I'm even wearing this. Do you also get the Amex points at the same time? I only get Amex Avios points. No. Oh, maybe that's what I paid. Maybe that's why I had to pay the £200, actually. Now that you say it, maybe it was the taxes that I paid, I guess, right? I talk about it a lot on Discord, but I really like lounge access with Dragon Pass. Lounge access is awesome. If you can get access to lounges, then I totally recommend. First class to Japan. Who do you think I am? Golf Queen, bro. I wish. I honestly wish I could fly first class in Japan. Avios seems better than Miles and More. I also have some Miles and More because of Turkish Airlines and because of Anna. But I don't know what to do with them. And I don't know if I have enough, really. I don't know if I've accumulated enough air miles with them. We'll have to wait and see. I like Sakura Mobile and I'm not getting paid to say so. Thank you, dude. Sakura Mobile, if you're interested in Sakura Mobile, obviously, it's one of the best ways to stay connected in Japan, and you can help the channel. If you go to my website, www.ninjasaru.com, there's a link on there for Klook, for trips, trains, etc., and for Sakura Mobile for pocket Wi-Fi, data sims. Thank you. And the lounge is so nice. Cool. First class Kaiju Ninja, I wish. I can get tier points. What is that? Wait a minute. Tier points. Who's mentioned tier points? Tier points go towards like you becoming from bronze to silver to gold, and then depending on how many flights or how many basically how many flights you fly with the airline usually. So yeah. I collect American Airlines air miles with both my credit card and Advantage Dining, which adds on a few more miles at some restaurants. Yeah, and the other thing that recently, which is pretty cool, is that with Revolut, which I'm not going to show you because it will show you all my account details, but with Revolut, which is a currency, bank currency application, basically, which I use for traveling in Japan a lot. You can now get, for every pound that you spend using Revolut, you can get for every, depending on your let's see if I can figure it out without showing you. Depending on what contract you have, you can have a free Revolut, and I think if it's a free Revolut, then I can't show you because I can't show you. If you have a free account with Revolut, I think for every £4 you get one Avios mile. But if you have like a premium account that you pay monthly, then for every pound or whatever, for every £2 you get. So you can also be getting air miles with Revolut, and it doesn't have to be British Airways Avios. You can actually transfer it to multiple different airlines. So it's pretty cool. I just finished booking all my domestic flights to Sapporo and Osaka. Never flown domestic in Japan. Is it similar to catching a bullet train? I wouldn't say it's similar to catching a bullet train, but I would definitely say that it's very easy to do, and it's definitely a great way of traveling around Japan. When I flew domestic a few times over the summer, I flew to Ishigaki from Tokyo, and I flew from Ishigaki to Fukuoka, and then I flew from Oita to Tokyo. So those were my domestic flights this year. And the only thing that you need to be aware with domestic is, yeah, you don't have to arrive 2 hours in advance like other, like, you know, like international airlines. But if you leverage luggage forwarding and sending your luggage in advance, 2 days in advance, then you could pretty much rock up with a small rucksack, you know, and go through security very quickly. It's quite quick. Tony, okay. So yeah, those are most of my tips. I don't think I have anything here else to show you. Expedia, Avios, and Google Flights. Those were the main sort of things that I was going to show you. And obviously talking about Avios, it doesn't have to be Avios. I'm just talking about what I know. I'd love to know what tips, if you have any, you might have for me or for other people. By the way, I do have a Tokyo banana. A Wednesday sneaky Tokyo banana. For those of you who don't know, I accidentally started the stream an hour early. That's how excited I was about the stream. Jim Ross sent me a message saying that he wasn't going to be able to make it, unfortunately, but it's good that he's okay. Oh. Tokyo banana can be bought in the airport, by the way. Behind me. Banana! It's hot. Wish I was in the airport right now. Philippe, thank you so much for the super chat. I don't have any of the fancy things set up in the vertical, but I can do this. Arigatou gozaimasu. Much appreciate your super chat, Philippe. So any questions about travel? Any questions about booking flights? I think we've gone into quite a few tips, quite a few different things. Maybe in the future I make a standalone video about these sort of things for Ninja Monkey. But it's good to talk about these things, you know, live, show you, you know, answer your questions. In Japan, how much of a journey do you think is too much? So you would switch from train to plane? 4 hours, for example? That's a really good question. I would say maybe 4 hours would probably be hitting the you know the limit for me. Although recently I had to fly. You know, sometimes it just depends, Alan, because some local areas don't have airports. So it just depends where you're going. Like, I would not go, for example, from Tokyo to Fukuoka like on train. I would fly, especially now that I've actually flown from Oita, which is nearish Fukuoka, to Tokyo, and it's such a short flight. And like I said, if you can luggage forward, then you don't have to wait for your luggage when you get off the plane. Sorry. So it's very similar to a train. Obviously, you need to. You know, a lot of flights, you need to. The budget airlines will ask you to pay extra for your luggage, so you might as well just luggage forward it. You know, it's very similar in price, really, maybe even cheaper. The wait till the next trip is always sad. Yeah, 6 weeks, guys. 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Talking about luggage forwarding, what do you usually get as a reply? What do you mean about as a reply? I got a weird reply from OM03 when I told them about my luggage. I'm not quite sure what you're asking. Sorry. I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4 more trips planned. I'm not going to tell you when they are. I'm going to surprise you. Well, you know when the Halloween one is, but I do have four flights booked at the moment. My only flight problem I have is I don't have one booked back to Japan for next year. That is a big problem, Chuck. Question: can I buy a Sakura eSIM directly at the airport in Japan, or do I have to book it on the internet back home? You can book it on the internet whenever. My suggestion is that you book it, and you even set it up before you fly. On the day that you fly, I would already have it all set up. 3 weeks, dude, 3 weeks. 9 days, 150 days, what? I think train versus plane on the Tokyo to Fukuoka route would be close if you both started at Tokyo Station, for example. Maybe. I mean, if you go from Tokyo Station to Haneda, would take you only an hour or less than an hour, and then I think you could arrive in Fukuoka in 3 hours, to be honest. Whilst from, how long is it from Tokyo to Fukuoka? Probably like 5.5 hours or something, no? 4 hours 50, yeah, 5 hours, that's what I thought. 5 hours? Maybe 4 on the plane? I would say it's probably less. So probably I would put it down at 3 hours and a half. So yeah. Six weeks. Dude, 6 weeks. Get your internet paid for in advance. It's one less thing to worry when you land. I agree, Chuck. Yeah, if you can do as much as you can before. In fact, I need to do my Visit Japan web for my October trip. The 20th of December. Nice one. Having to change airlines in order to land at Haneda. 2 airlines to get me home. A major headache, as New Zealand and Qantas are difficult. Okay. JJI, any lives with Nathan in your plans? Maybe. It's actually going to be difficult for us to meet. We are going to meet. I've said that I will make sure that we meet. Probably the day that we've set to meet, because he's going to be traveling around. We're probably just going to have to meet during the day. I'm not very sure about the evening, but we'll see. I'm definitely going to meet up. There might even be a video in the work if we have enough time. 1 month until my next arrival in Tokyo. Nice. I'd watch a Tokyo Station plane versus train video. Tokyo Station plane versus train. That would be cool. 210 days left. I still need to buy my Thailand tickets from Tokyo. It used to be $300. Now it's $500. What? Wow. Wow. 26 days. How many? Alan, you have less than me, right? I have 6 weeks. You must have less. You must have 5 weeks, no? Like, I have how many weeks until the 26th of October? So I have 6 weeks, it says here. How many weeks and days? Maybe it's just generalizing it. 6 weeks and 6 days. Well, that's not right. Then I have 7 weeks. Stop lying to me, ChatGPT. I don't trust you. 40 days for you. So that's like 47 for me. I think literally I'm a week after you. Nice. By the way, for those of you who don't know, on the Discord, there is an event that I am setting up, that I have set up. It's at the moment, it's just to see what interest there is. It doesn't mean it's going to go ahead. Just want to see what the interest is, you know, and see what's going on in the next week or so, or the next 2 weeks. I want to actually finalize not finalize, but have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to be doing whilst I'm in Tokyo. "330 days, you've just come back." What? Golf Queen, have you just come back? Carlos Rodriguez, 30 days, that's nothing, man. Nothing. You guys. We totally are the Travel to Japan team, right? So yeah. You were there in April. Okay. 26 days to go. Nice. So many people going, and I love the fact that you come back and you still hang out with us here in the chat. I always worry that people go to Japan and then they forget about us. There's no escape. December back in Japan. I only hope Kobe Luminari comes back to Tokyo. Towada, it would be nice if we could meet up and you could give me a tour of your Tokyo. That would be really cool. Towada's Tokyo. I went in April as well. I want to go back so bad. Mark, start saving up. Right, it's been an hour, so I am going to start ending things. These Wednesday streams are a little bit more shorter. I can't even talk. So if you do have any questions, anything to add, anything to say, then now is your chance. And if not, you can always come to the Discord or email me. Like I mentioned, I do have a Patreon, which is probably one of the best ways to support. By the way, Twitter, I sent you a postcard back from Gibraltar. It's a Japan postcard, but it's from Gibraltar, okay? Hopefully. But New Zealand is very far away. Have I ever thought of doing guided tours? I have thought about it, and the answer is I'm not interested in doing guided tours. No. Although I have this pipe dream. You know, how cool would it be to do a meetup where we go on a mini weekend trip as a meetup? You know, like a I don't know, maybe a patron special something or other where we all hang out and travel for 2 days together. Good night, Loma Gray. Thanks for being here. Did we hit 20 likes? We have hit 21 likes. He likes guiding me to bars. Yeah, and dude, I'm gonna take you to Teppan Baby next time, because that is totally my favorite place in Shinjuku for eating. 100%. Everyone that goes there loves it. I took Alyssa, Oriental Pearl, there, and she's taken people there now because she loves it so much. I took Lito there, Little Bit of Japan, and he loves it so much that he even bought a t-shirt, I think, or a hat. Being here since the dark days, never leaving. Thanks, dude. Much appreciated. You may like Mitaka. Akasaka is also my favorite. Yeah, Akasaka. I'm actually going to be staying in Akasaka with my friend who lives there at some point in a future trip. Her and her family always ask me to stay with them, and you know, there's something about staying with people. I don't know how I feel about staying with people, but for one of my trips, I thought, you know what, it'd be nice to hang out with them, to meet, to stay with them. Plus, I save a lot of money. So it's the trip that I have in the future that I'm flying over with air miles. So I'm basically going to be going to Japan for free. So I'll be staying for free, and I'll be flying pretty much for free. So Teppan Baby is amazing. It's okonomiyaki, and it is Hiroshima style, but with a little bit of a twist. I think they make it their own. It's pretty nice. Yes. So, any last questions? If you do have any questions, now is the time to ask. I'll be streaming on Sunday as normal on Ninja Monkey. Don't forget. That's a proper Q&A. You make like restaurant Komigi Lab in Shiodome, Italia, guy. It's extremely good, but I don't think anyone will speak English. It's okay. I've been all around Japan in places that people don't speak English, and I get by. I'm still here, surviving. Okonomiyaki. Okonomiyaki is awesome. Nice. So yeah. So nice chatting to you all. Hey, I haven't ended yet. It's so hot. This is so hot. You got no idea, guys. It's like still like 28, 29 degrees, 30 degrees here at home. So it's hot. I have the aircon on. I know you're not a cruiser, but in case anyone does, I recommend Vacation to Go, by far the best deals. Thank you. You know, I'm not opposed to going on a cruise. I just wouldn't want to go on a cruise on my own. I think. Have you? Do you travel on your own on a cruise? Twitter Cliff Dog. What is it like as a solo cruiser? Okonomiyaki. I like that. Okonomiyaki. Almost spilled my drink. Yeah. Yeah, literally no one likes cruises around me. We're gonna have to go together then in the future. We can use it. Okonomiyaki. It's very yummy. They do okonomiyaki with cheese over the top. So freaking good. That's what I meant. They do the traditional one, but they do their own like take on okonomiyaki. I do, Glenn. I do like takoyaki. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. Cheese. Oof. I don't know if that's a positive oof or a negative oof. I'm not very sure. If it's what kind of an oof is it? I like it. I strongly recommend the shared tables in the dining room. Nice. Okay. I love takoyaki. There's takoyaki and there's takoyaki, and there's good takoyaki and there's rubbery takoyaki. I've had them all. Not all takoyaki is made the same. When you get some good takoyaki, it's freaking good. Although you must watch your mouth because it burns like crazy. It's a positive. Okay. Cheese okonomiyaki is so good. Seriously, in Teppan Baby, they also do fried cheese. I kid you not, dude. They literally fry cheese, and it's really like in front of you, and they chop it up like a little mini okonomiyaki. It's so good. Curry pan, I like curry pan. It's good. I made so many friends on the LA to Mexico cruise. Nice. I just don't know how I would feel about cruising on my own, but I'm not opposed to it. Can you now get Suica cards? It's 89 degrees here in California. Wow. You can get the named Suica cards that you need to provide a telephone number. I mean, you can put any telephone number. I never said that, but you know, I'm not very sure if you can put an international telephone number. I can't remember. But if you don't want the name Suica card, then you can get the normal Suica card from JR Travel Centers. That's been like that for months now. Suica has actually been available for quite a few months. It's just how you get it that has changed, you know. And very slowly things are going back to normal. You can get the named ones from the machines back to normal. Just the anonymous ones, the one that doesn't have the names, you know, they're just called normal Suicas. They are still, as far as I'm aware, only available via the JR East Travel Centers. I think you can put international numbers. I sure I did on mine, but that was 2015. Yeah, that's why, because I did mine like 2014, years and years and years ago. So I don't remember how I did it. Saba will be in season soon. Nice. I'm on the hunt for a Seattle to Tokyo via Alaska cruise. I missed out on an insanely good deal last year. Dude, you do get a what? I'm impressed with all your traveling. I mean, I travel a lot, but I'm impressed. Great, I lost my passport card at a Bisu station because I put it down and someone picked it up by accident. Oh dear. I have been to Fukuoka. I have now, Glenn, I have now traveled to all of the 47 prefectures of Japan, Fukuoka being one of them. And I was there recently. Hey, hello, Nathan and Monkey Crew. How are you doing? So yeah, Fukuoka is awesome. I've given Japan Ichiban. You need to go, please. Please do not disappoint me. You need to go to that Tsukumen ramen place. I swear, it was like the amount that I speak about that ramen experience. It was literally like a religious moment. I swear. I'm not overdoing it. It really was like a spiritual moment. That ramen. One of my best memories of Tokyo is standing under the awning of the takoyaki street stall on a rainy evening, watching the headlights of the traffic pass by as I ate. Nice. Mostly, I just plan. Well, you're in the right place. This is the planning channel. Well, this isn't Happy Gaijin, but Ninja Monkey is supposed to be the planning channel. Do you get planning vibes from Ninja Monkey? Because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make sure that Ninja Monkey is the place that you go to if you want to plan a trip to Japan. And I hope that it's giving you those vibes. Because if it isn't, tell me so that I can rethink the way that I'm doing things. I actually do a collection of Japanese IC cards. You can blame the chip shortage on me. Well, you go to Japan enough times for the chip shortage. So when I'm bored in between shifts. Onsens are great. I love onsens. One of my favorite things. Nathan, Michaela did us all some homemade ramen tonight. Nice. Well done. Well done, Michaela. I like my one I made to travel all 50 states on Discord. Yeah, that's a cool one. My family are in Japan at the moment. I'm in England at the moment. Where in England are you, Glenn? Japanning vibes. Good. That's what I'm trying to do. Go under, down under. I want, how do I set myself apart? I want to set my channel apart, Ninja Monkey, as it being a planning, Japan planning channel, because ultimately that can actually grow and keep the channel going, because there's so many people want to go to Japan. And yeah, have you tried pachinko? I have tried pachinko. and I've ended up with a big headache. Okay, let's see what image I have gotten from Japan. Ooh, that looks divine. Let me put it. That looks... Michaela, what the heck? That looks freaking good. The egg looks really good. The pork looks really good. Oh, thank you. Wow. That looks... well done. Fantastic. I like having my phone connected to the chat. My first trip to Japan, I had a ticket from LAX to Tokyo for 600. Wow. Wiltshire. Cool. Round trip. Wow. Wow. Pajiku's too noisy. I know. It's so noisy. She did the eggs overnight in mirin and soy. Wow. You know, I've never really tried to cook ramen. I just always think, you know, like I can't really get it any better than awesome. So nice. I'll send you my delivery address. A live setting goes like the Japan trip's main goal was 5 limited expresses and no double tracking. Nice. Yeah, it's cool to have little you know, mini adventures like that. I think it's a really cool way of doing things. Anyway, guys, I am going to start ending the video. I have halfway been listening because I was in a meeting. Don't worry. You may have answered this already. Question: what airline would you say is the best bang for your buck in economy with meals? Well, I would say that Japan Airlines is definitely the best for legroom and pretty good for food. I'm not in Japan right now. I'm in the airport waiting for my flight to Japan. I'm joking. I'm not at the airport. I am currently home. I live in Gibraltar, actually. Gibraltar is a British overseas territory on the very south tip of Spain, but it belongs to Great Britain. So there you go. Some interesting factoids about me. Anyway. Guys, it's been a good one. Thanks for coming here. Thanks for I need to go to bed. That's exactly what I'm going to do now. Wait a minute. How are you going to go to bed? You're in New Zealand. I need to go to bed. It's like 11 at night. What time is it in New Zealand? Flipping heck. Air France is inexpensive and has quite good food. Cool. See you later. Thanks so much for the stream. No problems. I'll see you on Sunday on Ninja Monkey. And I am sort of at the planning stages of a next video. I'm not very sure what's going to happen, if there's going to be one, but we'll see. 9 a.m. Okay, wow, 9 a.m. and you're going to bed now. You must, yeah, night shift, I guess. Okay, everyone, thanks for watching. Stay positive, and don't forget to subscribe. And I don't know if the subscribe button is down there. I don't know what it looks like on or maybe up there. I don't know what it looks like on a short vertical stream. Like, subscribe. Thanks so much for being here. Good evening, good morning, good evening, good night. Stay happy, stay positive, and be happy. I was gonna say stay happy and be a positive gaijin. That works also. Bye everyone. Stay positive and be